Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be making this beautiful backpack. This is what we are going to be making in this video. To my returning subscriber, you are welcome. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. My name is Elijah Alice. You are welcome to my channel, Edo Bag Maker. This channel is all about bag making. As you can see, these are some of our work. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you. So this is the measurement of the bag that we are going to be making. Is a backpack. So the first thing we are going to be doing is the shaping and the cutting of the handle. We are going to be shaping the handle. You measure 2.5 inch from the upside. You measure 2.5 inch from the side, and you will now shape it. You will mark it, then you shape it as you like. Then you will now cut it. So that is what I'm doing now. I measure 2.5 inch from the top, measure 2.5 inch from the side. I just give it a shape and then I cut. Then use one side to get the other side. After cutting and shaping one side of it, use one side to get the other side. That is what I did. Can you see it? Fold it over like this. Fold it over and use one side to trim the other side. You can use your pen to still mark it to be sure before you cut it off. Yes, that is what I just did. So you will cut it off as seen. Just cut it off the same way you see me do it. This handle is 15 inches by 9 inches wide. It's 15 inches long by 9 inches wide. So on both sides is 2.5 inch from this side, 2.5 inch from the other side, and even from the top. So the next thing to do now is to sew the lining to it. Use to sew it. This is what I'm using. You can use a piece of material. You can use foam. I put foam inside. Yes, that is my lunchbox foam, insulated foam. I'll sew it. See the way I'm showing it. See the way I'm showing it. That is how I will sew it. You sew it round like that. So I've started sewing it. You sew it round. Make sure you put your foam inside. You can use any foam. This is what I have. You can use any foam you have, just to cushion the shoulder, so that the shoulder panel handle will not be too hard on the shoulder. So you can use any foam that you have. So put it in and sew it the way you see me sewing it. This is how you sew it. You continue to sew, then you keep sewing. And when you are done sewing, you trim off the excess. Then you use your 1 inch bias to tape it round. Use your 1 inch bias to tape it round. Can you see it? Just tape it round like that. You keep taping it until you come to the end of it. See the way I'm taping it? Yes, that is how you will use your bias to tape it. Just keep taping it like that until you get to the other side of it. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. Like this video, share this video to those that will need it. Please watch to the end. I'm done sewing it. Can you see it? I'm done sewing it. So I'm about to put the adjuster now. So you see the way I'm showing you, that is how you sew the adjuster. So you put the school bag adjuster, you fold in the edge and you sew it. So can you see it now? So I'm done fixing the adjuster to it. So after I finish, then I will sew the handle to the back piece. This is the back panel. Then I cut a 1 inch belt. I cut 8 inches long. I attach it to it from the center. Can you see what I'm doing? Attach it to it from the center. Just sew it like that. You say where I'm doing it. Then you also sew the down and under. Can you see then? Yes, you sew it the same way. That's the same way I'm sewing it now. Measure 2 inches or 1.5 inch from the downside and you fix it there. So that is what you will do. So just do it the same way you see me do. Sew it. So if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. So now it is time to sew the front panel. We call it in Nigeria we call this Gucci belt. So you can use any belt of your choice just to put a design. So I use this belt to put a design. You must not use this. You can use any belt. So you sew the belt. After you have sewed the belt to the front pocket, the top pocket piece, So the next thing is you sew the gusset, you sew the zipper to the gusset of the front pocket. So that is what I'm doing now. I'm sewing the zipper to it. So can you see the way I'm doing it? You keep sewing it like that, you keep sewing it, yeah, until you are done sewing it. So after you finish sewing it, you put your zip head, then you attach the downside of the gusset to it. So the zip side is 2 inches wide, the wideness is 2 inches wide, the gusset is 2 inches wide. So you just measure around the top pocket to know the length that you cut. I think this length is 30 something, 34 inches length by 2 inches wide. So you pre-stitch it after joining it, then you notch the center, join both sides, then notch the center, and then notch the center of the top pocket piece and sew it center to center. Can you see it? You keep sewing, sew it round, keep sewing it round until you are done sewing it the same way you see me sew it. Make sure that the notches dey meet. If they no meet, then you did not get it. So I'm done sewing. The next thing I'm doing now, I'm using my bias to tape it. So you use your bias to tape it. Can you see it? I'm using my bias to tape it round. Can you see it? Yes, I'm done taping it. So I'm turning it out. So after you turn it out, you fold in the edge, or you use bias to sew the edge round, then you sew it to the body, the main piece. That is what I'm doing now. I'm sewing it to the main piece. I'm sewing the front pocket to the front piece. Are you see the way I'm sewing it? You must make sure that it's centralized before you sew it. Set it well so that your pocket will not bend. If you don't know how to sew this pocket, I think the best way to do it is to draw it with chalk. Use your chalk to chalk it. Don't use your pen. Draw it with chalk so that you can easily clean it. So I'm done sewing it. If it's your first time, the pocket will be a little bit difficult, but draw it. After some time, you'll be used to it. So the next thing I'm doing now, I'm putting my lining to cover the stitches. You must sew the pocket first before you put your lining, so that stitches will not be seen inside the back. So that is what I'm doing now. So I will do the same thing to the back. I will put the lining to the back too. I put it on the front. I will put it on the back piece too. Can you see it? I'm done putting it. So the next thing to do is to sew the bottom pocket, which I will sew on the down gusset. So I measure 7 inches. You will notch the down gusset, you notch the center of it, bring it together, notch the center. You measure 7 inches from the center notch. And then you make a mark and sew the pocket. That is what I'm doing now. I measure 7 inches. It's from that 7 inches that I will now sew my net pocket. You see the net pocket? That net pocket is actually 6 by 7 inches. The wideness is 6, while the length is 7 inches. So I will place it and I will sew it. Can you see? You place it like this, then you sew. After you finish sewing it like this, you turn it to the other side, and then you sew it down. So can you see? I'm done sewing it. Can you see it? Yes, can you see it? I'm done sewing the two. So after you finish sewing it, the next thing to do is to fix in your lining, which I'm doing now. Fixing my lining to cover these rough stitches. So you are fixing. So after fixing in my lining, the next thing to do is to sew the top handle, which I'm showing you. Look at the way I'm sewing it. Yes, the top handle, you sew it this way, then you trim off the excess, and then you turn it to the other way around. You turn it. Can you see? You make a mark so that you can easily turn it. So after turning it, you put your foam. You can put a thicker foam. This is what I'm using. You put your foam, and then you sew the other side. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, I'm sewing the other side of it. Can you see it? Yes, look at it. So you sew it like this. So when you are done sewing it, you trim off the excess lining. So you trim it off. When you are done trimming it off, the next thing to do is to now get your belt or your bias. Use your bias or your belt, 1 inch bias, to tape it. tape it. See the way I'm taping it. Tape it in the other side that you sew it outside. You tape it. So after you finish taping it, now it is time to attach it to the zipper gusset. So you see that I measure 5 inches from the upside, 5 inches this way, 5 inches the other way, and the other one I measure 4.2 inches on both sides, to both sides. That is where I will fix it. So you measure it that way. So after you are done measuring it, then you fix your handle. So you fix your top handle. So you can just see the way I do it. So when I make sure you leave half inch. That is what I'm showing you. That make sure you leave half inch on the other side, so that when you want to sew, you will have where to sew. That is your sewing allowance. Don't take it to the end of it, because if you take it to the end of it, you will not be able to sew through that place. So when you are doing it, make sure you leave half inch, then sew it the same way you see me sew it. Can you see it? Yes, sew it. After you finish sewing, then you press stitch it. Press stitch it 2 times to make it to be strong. Press stitch it twice. So after I'm done press stitching, I'm done fixing it, the next thing to do, I fix my lining on it. And after fixing my lining on it, I fix my zipper and use my bias to pipe it. Then now I notch it. I notch the center of the zipper. I'll sew it on the front side. The zipper should always be sewn on the front piece, not the back, the front. So now I'm sewing it now. Can you see the way I'm sewing it? So you keep sewing it like that. So when you sew to the side, you attach the side piece to it. You attach the bottom piece to it and sew it. So you now join both on both sides. Join them on both sides. You after fixing the zipper base and the bottom base, you now join them on both sides. Can you see it? Yes, that is how to do it. You join them, you keep sewing it, sew it round. So when you reach the side, you join them. So if you have watched to this stage, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like and share our video. Thank you for watching. So the next thing to do now is to now notch the center up and the center down and attach your back piece to it. Make sure that it's center to center. Can you see? Center to center. Then after you attach it, our bag is ready. You attach it, the back piece to it, you sew it round and round. So you keep sewing it. After you are done sewing it, you can use your bias to tape it, so that the inside will be very neat. So I'm sewing it now. I'll sew it round that way. So until I'm done sewing it round, make sure that the notches they match, notch to notch, make sure they match. You keep sewing it that way until you are done. So I'm done sewing it. So now our bag is almost ready. Our bag is even ready. So this one is optional. You can decide to tape it. You can decide to leave it, but I like to always tape my work so that it will be neat. So you tape it. So when you are done taping it, then you turn it out. Can you see? Wow, our bag is ready. You turn it out, it's ready. Our bag is ready. It's ready. It's beautiful. Can you just try it? Make sure you try it on your own. Try to make it. If you have any question, please drop it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. To my returning subscribers, thank you. My name is Elijah Alice. You are welcome to my channel. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye.